Hello, my name is Adam Winrich, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate 5 tricks I wish I could do. And when I say demonstrate, that means I'm going to totally half-ass them because I can't actually do them. I just got a rough idea how they go. And the main reason I'm doing this video is that Ben Hughes, the great Australian whip cracker, recently posted a video of his 5 top whip tricks from other whip crackers in Australia. He wrote to me and asked if I do the same thing, and I was like, sure, I'll do that. And I started going through all the lists of tricks that I'm aware of and ones that I can do, and it was really hard to pick a meaningful top 5. So my top 5 are basically tricks that I wish I could do, and that's a much shorter list and an easier list to create. Alright, so trick number 1, or we'll go trick number 5, that I wish I could do is Ben's own trick, the each way 4 corners. And so the 4 corners in one hand goes like that, and to make it each way you want one whip cracking in front while the other whip, boom, is cracking behind. So usually Ben would start out with like each way slow figure 8. And then I got a little bit of a sound in there, but nowhere near enough to actually say I can do the darn thing. Usually when I think of the each way 4 corners, I think of it like a reverse Queensland crossover, if you will. So that's a easier trick for me to do. Queensland crossover. Reverse Queensland crossover, and if I could get all those front cracks to happen, then I believe I have the each way 4 corners. Let's see, moving on, we're going to go trick number 4 is Daniel's Chaser, a trick by Daniel WILKS. I should also mention for each one of these tricks I will include a link to a video in the description where you can watch a video showing someone really doing these tricks well. So I'll include a video of Daniel. So Daniel's Chaser is also a trick where you're doing the 4 corners in both hands. And roughly, I'd say it goes like this. Do them together, 4 corners. And then there. That's Daniel's Chaser, again by Daniel WILKS. I'd say Daniel probably has won more national championships in Australia than anybody else. Very talented whip cracker. And so trick number 3 is another trick by Daniel, but I understand Ben Hughes actually showed Daniel this trick. Daniel calls it Dan's Simplicity. Ben calls it the arrowing 4 corners, and that arrowing as in arrowhead. Because this trick, the 2 main things about it are doing the 4 corners in one hand and the arrowhead in the other. So I'll try for Dan's Simplicity, which also has a drum roll in the left hand. So I'll give that a shot. I tangled in that last part. When I first saw Dan do Dan's Simplicity, he just did some volleys, and then the arrowhead, and then drum rolls, maybe a breakaway. And then later, he added another part of it where he keeps the volley on this side of his body, going like that, and then doing the 4 corners over the top of that. There's trick number 3. Let's see. Trick number 4. I'm going to go ahead and get out 3 whips. Oh wait, no, it's trick number 3. Trick number 2 that I wish I could do. Man, these countdowns are tough. Trick number 2 I wish I could do. I got 3 whips out. So if you are a big fan of whip cracking online, you know who Aaron Bonk is. And you know that Aaron can juggle 3 whips better than anyone has ever done. He even has a Guinness World Record for it. And I can proudly say I made the whips that Aaron used for that record. Even though I made the whips, does that mean I can juggle? No, I can't. and here I will show you how bad it is. All right, we got 3 whips. Let's go. Lost a cracker on that guy. And so yeah, I can't juggle 3 whips right now, but Aaron's given me a few tips. If anything, I'm just working on throwing the whip up, do a full turn, and catch it. And ideally, you should catch it so you go right back into a boom boom fast figure 8. You gotta do that in both hands. Let me not stare into the sun. And then once you can do both whips, then you start crossing them and add 3 whips. It's a work in progress. Also, I'll give a shout out to Cheryl Bacon, the California rope spinner and whip cracker. She actually sent me some whips that she had made a long time ago. So now I'm proud to say I got a set of 3 white kangaroo hide bull whips. And trick number 1 that I wish I could do, and of all of these, it's the one I work on the hardest, is the Staggered Four Corners. One of the reasons I like the Staggered Four Corners is I believe it was the most difficult trick done in the 1999 Australian National Championships. The trick was performed on the video that was put out about the championships. It was performed by Andrew Thomas and Ben Hughes, and I understand that FIONA WILKS, the ladies Australian whip cracking champion, was also starting to do that trick at about that time. So the Staggered Four Corners, it's a tough trick, maybe not as popular as it used to be. Here's all the better I can do it. Can't get all the sound in there. Ideally it should sound as just like the volleys, but you're doing the four corners instead. Generally what I'm working on is trying to get my left hand stronger, so I'll do the four corners a lot in that hand and then do some other stuff. One thing I've noticed about Ben Hughes doing the Staggered Four Corners is that usually Ben will crack first with his left hand, and then it's his right hand that cracks first. So it's his stronger hand that's doing the cracks second. Now also one thing about staggering the four corners is that when you do the four corners, one whip will always be above it and one whip will be below. So you should be able to see my right hand is high, left hand goes low, and it's the low hand, not Lindsay Lohan, it's the lower hand that has to crack first. And it's really tough for me to get that isolation. I've been probably working on that for over 10 years, and I'll probably keep working on it because this is how I make a living. What else do I got to do during the week? Well, they're the top 5 tricks that I wish I could do. Again, there'll be videos in the description. If you want to see some really good whip crackers that inspire me, there'll be links to their videos in the description, including Ben Hughes, Daniel Wicks, Aaron Bonk, and of course Todd Rex also inspires me as well. And there's a lot of stuff of Todd's I can't do. Well, my name is Adam Winrich. Thanks for watching.